Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at one of the newest Marvel Omnibus releases. This just came out. It's the Marvel Moonlight Omnibus. This is, I believe, the first time that Moonlight has had his own omnibus. There have been trade paperbacks of Moon Knight available, I think, for quite a while. But this is the first time, to my knowledge, that such material has been collected in an omnibus form. This is volume 1, so here's hoping that maybe they'll come out with a second volume depending on the sales of this. Now, this is the regular cover. It is the normal retail cover. If you want a variant cover does exist. The variant cover is the cover of Moon Knight #1. I've seen that cover, and that's what it is. So you have two choices. You can have this cover, or you can get the variant edition and have Moon Knight #1. Personally, I do like the Moon Knight #1 variant better than this one. But I had a credit gift card from Amazon, and even though Amazon is not the cheapest place to get this, in-stock trades is a good place online. They had it at a really good price, but I had the gift card from Amazon, and even with Amazon's pricing, it was a nice gift card, and I was able to get this cheaper on Amazon because of that gift card. So the cover is not really a deal breaker for me. It's nice to get the variant if you can, and like I say, in-stock trades had the variant. I'm sure other online retail sellers probably do. Your local comic book shop could probably order it for you if they don't already have a copy in their store. Some comic book stores have omnibuses. The city I live near has a comic book shop that has quite a collection of omnibuses and hardcovers and trade paperbacks. So it's nice to go in and browse. Anyway, here's the latest omnibus. It's pretty big. Here's how big it is. Like I say, here's the cover. Here's the spine. And here's the back. This book retails at full retail for $125. But like I say, you can get it cheaper than that if you look around, and I certainly advise not paying full retail for it. This does collect Werewolf by Night, well, what number? Yeah, I'm sorry. It is Werewolf by Night, 12 to 13. I'm sorry, my glasses aren't working today. Marvel Spotlight 28-29, Defenders 47 to 50, Spectacular Spider-Man 22 to 21, Marvel 2-in-1 number 52, Moon Knight number 1 through 20, Marvel Team Up Annual number 4, and material from Defenders 51, Hulk Magazine 11 through 15, 17, 18, and 20, Marvel Preview 21, and Amazing Spider-Man number 220. So it's quite a nice collection. Here's the inside. It's a basic Marvel omnibus. I mean, there's nothing there's nothing particularly striking about it. They didn't put any artwork or anything like that. It's just basic Marvel Omnibus. Just for clarity's sake, I like Moon Knight. I think he's really cool. But honestly, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not that educated in the character, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this omnibus, because it starts from the beginning. I had, as a teenager, I remember picking up a copy of Moon Knight #1, not realizing that Moon Knight had already been around for a while, and the first issue, I enjoyed it. I found it a little confusing because it looked like Moon Knight had several aliases he would operate under. And there was obviously some Egyptian mysticism in there in his origin. And I thought the character was cool. It was a great idea. I just didn't understand everything about him. And like I said, I didn't realize there was more history to it than Moon Knight #1. And I was never able to pick up any other copies of Moon Knight. So this is quite a pleasure for me to be able to do this and see where it all started. And apparently, it started in Marvel Comics' Werewolf by Night. I've never had a copy of Werewolf by Night. I've certainly heard about it, being a Marvel fan, but never actually read any. This is where Moon Knight makes his first appearance. Written by Doug Mensch and drawn by Don Perlin. Looks a little different than how he came to be, but I'm looking forward to digging into all this and finally gaining an understanding of Moon Knight. I think they're doing this because my understanding is that isn't Disney Plus coming out with a Moon Knight TV series at some point? I could have sworn I heard an announcement that they were actually going to do that, which would make sense then that they bring this omnibus out to try and capitalize, crossover with, and give people a chance to get an understanding of the history of Moon Knight. Of course, it could be that I know Moon Knight's a popular character. Here's his next appearance after Werewolf by Night is Marvel Spotlight. And they turned this on Moon Knight on this time. Oh, I should say that all these issues start with August 1975, and they go through all the way of June of 1982. So you got some good Bronze Age material here. A lot of history here. I'm not real familiar with all his supervillains. I like this splash page. That's pretty cool. Again, we continue with Marvel Spotlight. They did some more Moon Knight. And then Moon Knight pops up in issue 47 of The Defenders. Written by John Warner and illustrated by Keith Griffin and Klaus Johnson. So as you go through these issues, you will notice that different writers, different artists, so you can't say that that there's one big run by a particular artist or writer. There's more of the Defenders. And issue 50 of the Defenders, Moon Knight's still in there. Okay, then Spider-Man gets a crack at Moon Knight, and this is in Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 22. And then the Thing gets to have a go around with Moon Knight. This is in Marvel 2-in-1. Marvel 2-in-1 was kind of like Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up was always Spider-Man teaming up with somebody. Marvel 2-in-1 was the Thing from Fantastic Four teaming up with somebody. So it was kind of the same idea. Now here we have the Hulk magazine where Moon Knight makes an appearance. Now what I think is cool is that as I've gotten older, my memory fades a bit, but I remember that I could have sworn when I was a kid that there was a Hulk magazine that Marvel put out in the 70s. And I've not seen any reprints of it. Nobody seems to talk about it. And I always wondered, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there wasn't a Hulk magazine. But this has proved that I was correct. There was a Hulk magazine. And I find it cool that I've actually got some issues of that Hulk magazine. And lo and behold, Moon Knight was in there. So that's pretty awesome. I like that. I don't think that they've had any Hulk issues in an omnibus form before. This might be a first. And as you can tell, the art's going to be different. Here's some material from Marvel Preview. Doug Mensch comes back, works on some writing. Bill Sienkiewicz and Tom Palmer works on some artwork here. So it's really nice. Okay, this one here, Moon Knight #1, premiere issue. This is the first and only Moon Knight comic I had as a kid. Like I said, I was a young teenager and hadn't heard of Moon Knight before, but he intrigued me, and I picked up a copy of this issue, and I really liked it. I just never got around to getting any more issues. Again, Doug Mensch is the artist. Excuse me, the writer. Bill Sienkiewicz is the artist. I thought the whole Fist of Khonshu thing was pretty cool. And then it continues. Moon Knight continues with several more issues in his own solo series with Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz. So if you like those guys as writers and artists, you would enjoy this. I think my problem was when I looked through these issues of the Moon Knight series, I got the first issue, but honestly, looking at these covers, I don't remember seeing any of these issues to even purchase back then. I think that was my big problem. a lot of comics were could be difficult to find, because remember, this was still back in the day of spinner racks and newsstands and comics being sold in drugstores. I do remember comic book shops coming into existence, comic conventions, things like that. But I don't remember being able to find these Moon Knight issues at all. It makes me wonder if in my area they just weren't going to retail. I'm not sure. Here's Moon Knight in Marvel Team Up Annual number 4. Frank Miller is the writer on this one. Herb Trimpe and Mike Esposito were the artists. So I got Daredevil in there, so that's cool that Frank got Daredevil in there. Luke Cage. And here's Amazing Spider-Man 220. I do seem to remember seeing that cover. There's some more Moon Knight teaming up with Daredevil and the Jester is a supervillain. Again, Doug mentioned Bill Sienkiewicz's return for doing their run. So I think it's awesome that I can catch up with all these issues that I missed. Oh, I love that. That's a great cover. That's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, because a lot of this stuff I just haven't been able to get into. Here's some Doug Mensch had his own little essay about Moon Knight and what he's all about. I'm looking forward to seeing the TV series. I was kind of surprised that they were going to do it, because I don't think the general public as a whole is that familiar with Moon Knight. I mean, to Marvel fans, to Marvel fans, comic book fans, we obviously know about Moon Knight, but I don't think that the general public as a whole really is that familiar. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, just like me, if you have never known much about Moon Knight, this collects his early history, so you'll be able to read up and learn more about him as a character, what he's all about, and I'm excited for that. Here's some extras. There are quite a bit of extras in here, as you can see. It's nice that they've not skimped out on extras. Got some covers, some sketches, some nice sketches. There's some more cover art. Got some yeah, Bill Sienkiewicz's did a lot of the artwork for Moon Knight. He did a lot of this stuff. Got some original art. This is from Hulk magazine. Moon Knight number 4. So yeah, there's plenty of extras in here. If you enjoy going through extras and looking at the artwork, there's plenty there. Plenty there. So there you have it. That's Moonlight, the Omnibus. It's should be easily available as it's just been released. If you're a Moonlight fan, this is obviously a no-brainer. If you've never heard of Moonlight, try this out. I think you'll like it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to reading the exploits of Moonlight. And get yourself ready for the TV show. So, appreciate you joining me. And thank you for your time. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below. As always, leave a thumbs up if you like the content. And see you soon. Take care. Bye.